Hello, everybody. Good morning. I'm here at the Detroit Metro Park called Kensington Metro Park. It's just outside of Detroit, and we have an art fair here this weekend. I'm talking about my building in Norway called the Dunkelager right now because it's. Hello, everybody. Good morning. I'm here at the Detroit Metro Park called Kensington Metro Park. It's just outside of Detroit, and we have an art fair here this weekend. I'm talking about my building in Norway called the Dunkelager right now because it's one of those things where for me when I bought the Dunkelager in June 2018, that was the most exciting, important, it was the decision. It was a very gut wrenching. It was a decision to change my life, kind of a decision. And it wasn't like me going to a casino, there was a sense that I didn't know what was going to happen, but it wasn't like me going to the casino and putting $250,000 down on red or black on the roulette wheel. It was the decision, though, that was very exciting, and it was a decision where I would be taking not only all of the money, not all of the money, but not only a good chunk of the cash that I had saved, since in 15 years of me selling my tile art, but it was also the direction all my energy had been going. I mean, we're talking about basketball. We're talking about me being recruited to go to Hope College. We're talking about high school. My career, led to ODA. And money is also part of that momentum because it's money is a catalyst for energy and in direction of where you're going to go with things, which is part of your career. So when I made that decision to buy the Dunkelager after meeting with the people that owned it, and after looking at several buildings in Oda, I knew that this is what I wanted to buy, and I slowly made the decision that I was going to do it, and it was one of those unbelievable decisions that I knew I was going to. One of those things I just knew this is what I was going to do, but it's also a very interesting kind of scenario and story because I'm in this community where no one ever has known me before. Now, I've seen lots of people buy buildings in many communities all over northern Michigan, where I'm from. People that I don't know who they are, people that move into the area. I've never seen anyone show any care of the history of the building they're buying. Show very little care of anything that has to do with how much they like the building, other than working on it. So for me to now go back and show all the pictures of all the work and spend all the time making the investment in sharing with everyone, which is what I'm going to be doing again, sharing with everyone my time during the summer and fall of 2018 working on the Dunkelager. Again, this is one of these things that I'm doing that is definitely going above and beyond. But it's really, it's what else can I do? I can't be in Oda right now working on my building. I've had things happen when I had to leave Norway where I didn't know. I mean, I knew when I had to leave Norway, when I could come back to Norway. There's certain laws involved here. But then the coronavirus happened and different things happened. So, it became this thing where I didn't know, what exactly to think. And it's interesting because I've had a couple people who in the past who have asked me if I wanted to sell my building, and there's no for sale sign on the building. There's never been a for sale sign on the building. I've had my profile picture with the Dunkelager as part of my Facebook profile for well over a year, and I always am posting about it. So there's never any sense that I would ever have wanted to sell the building. and it's interesting because when people have bought buildings in my community, there's never been this sense that this person wants to sell the building unless the building has a for sale sign on it. And I've never known buildings just to randomly all of a sudden be sold. So again, I think I've had to deal with some unusual pressures and stress and some unusual just people coming out of the woodwork to get involved in what it is that I did, to make it more stressful and complicated on me. Even because it's simple, but it's not. Owning a building in another country is simple, but at the same time, you deal with I'm dealing with people at an emotional level that don't know me, and there are people there that definitely know my intentions, but there are also people there that don't. And, people like to get involved in things sometimes for political reasons of their own. And the point I'm trying to make is it creates stress. So what I want to do here as a multiple layer, to show how important the Dunkelager is to me, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start utilizing the hashtag and start posting videos and pictures and things that have to do with me and the Dunkelager, because when I spent almost all of my life savings, cash savings on the building, it was a huge decision for me to make, and I wasn't making the decision just because of a girl. I wasn't making the decision because it was the only option that had ever happened. It's just a thing called momentum, and it's a thing called there's a thing called just it's timing, and how everything falls together. And people talk about making a decision, and how some people never want to make a decision. Well, as much as like once someone makes the decision like I made, it's interesting how these ideas and notions have to be floated out there, like whether or not I have ever wanted to sell my building, and whether or not how much I care about my building, because there's buildings in Sutton's Bay. For instance, my former dentist owns a building in Sutton's Bay that he's owned for 20 years, and it just sits there. And I don't think anyone's ever questioned about whether or not he really wants to own the building. And I've never seen him show any type of interest in the history of Sutton's Bay. So, and I don't see a lot of people in Oda or in Norway, getting really deeply involved in the history of their country, other than, the people that I follow, who are obviously historians. So it's interesting how, but I like to be someone who sets an example. So I'm going to be posting videos and pictures of my building in Oda, and hashtagging it, and very clearly creating an album that anyone can go to and look at and see what I did when I was there. Because what I did was very special, and it was very extraordinary, and it needs to be documented. And at the very minimum, just to begin here, I would like to document it on Instagram using the hashtag, and at least that'll be a foundation for maybe more types of slideshows, videos, and things to come. So I need to start somewhere, in an easy way, a way that I can create a foundation to show where my where my heart is, where everything that I really wanted to do is left and waiting for me. Where I took everything that I had saved and made a decision to do something, which a lot of people have a very difficult time doing. I did it, and this is kind of my announcement and kind of my introduction into this hashtag I'm creating. So I just want to share this with everyone. I'm here at the art fair and I feel like talking about it. So, well, look forward to following that hashtag, Dunkelager. I'll probably also have 2 hashtags for it at least. So just I'll make it very clear what they are.